Okay, let's unpack this. It's pretty wild when you think about it. You've got this huge name from the NBA, right? An all-star people knew, and suddenly, bam, he's facing federal charges. It's quite the turn. So today we're doing a deep dive into this whole situation with former NBA star Gilbert Arenas. We're going to, quickly get through the key facts, the charges, the alleged operation based on what we've seen, just the need to know stuff.
Yeah, and what's really striking here, like you said, is that collision. It's like celebrity world, pro sports,
Yeah.
smashing right into federal law enforcement.
Yeah.
And the core of it seems to be this alleged illegal high-stakes poker thing. Understanding the charges specifically is really going to be key for you to grasp the whole picture.
Absolutely. So let's just jump right in. The headline alone is pretty big. Gilbert Arenas arrested, indicted, federal charges. And we're not talking about some hidden den somewhere. This was supposedly run out of his mansion in Encino, California. So maybe start with basics. What's an indictment really mean here? And what are these charges exactly?
All right, good place to start. So an indictment basically means a grand jury looked at the evidence, and they decided there's enough there to formally bring criminal charges. It's a serious step. It means the government believes they have a solid case to prosecute. And the charges themselves, they're significant. You've got conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business,
Yes.
then operating an illegal gambling business itself, and also making false statements to federal agents. These are federal charges, which, signals this wasn't minor in their eyes.
It's federal, yeah. That word carries weight.
It really does.
Yeah.
And if he's convicted, Arenas could be looking at up to 5 years for each charge. So that really tells you the potential severity we're dealing with.
Wow. 5 years per charge. Okay, so definitely not just like a casual Friday night game then.
No.
What are the feds actually alleging about this operation? How long is it going? What kind of games?
Exactly. The indictment paints a picture of something much more organized. They allege it ran for quite a while, actually, almost a year, from September 2021 through July 2022. And the game wasn't just any poker. It was high-stakes pot limit Omaha, PLO, as it's often called.
PLO, right? Known for big pots, big swings.
Very much so. High stakes means significant money changing hands. It's complex, strategic, and, yeah, potentially very lucrative or costly.
So what's the line then between just a high-stakes home game and an illegal business that brings federal charges? What specifics do they allege cross that line?
That's the absolute key distinction here in the eyes of the law. The indictment claims this wasn't just social. It was allegedly a business operation. They say Arenas hired staff, like actual staff, chefs, security guards, valets, and even women to serve the guests, according to the allegations.
Okay, so staffing up implies more than just friends getting together.
Right. But here's the real kicker, the part that often legally defines it as an illegal business. They allege a rake was taken from each poker pot. That's a fee, right? A percentage the house collects from the money being bet.
Ah, the house cut.
Exactly. Taking a rake is usually the defining factor. It turns it from potentially a legal private game into an illegal gambling business because the house itself is profiting directly from the gambling activity. That profit motive, that house edge, changes everything legally.
Got it. The rake is key. And you mentioned it was like a full operation, maybe a network. Was it just Arenas or were others involved?
Yeah, that definitely raises the question of scope, doesn't it? How big was this thing? And no, according to the sources, Arenas isn't alone in this. There are 5 co-defendants. A co-defendant just means someone charged in the same case, facing the same or related allegations.
5 others, okay? Anyone notable among them?
Well, one name that stands out of the material you provided is Yevgeny Gershman. He's described there as an alleged Israeli crime figure. Now, if that allegation holds water, it suggests this might be, potentially a much wider, more complex network than just a local poker game, maybe even international connections. It certainly adds another layer of seriousness for the prosecutors. Wow. Okay. That definitely adds complexity, an alleged crime figure involved. So with all this swirling around, where do things stand for Gilbert Arenas right now, legally speaking? Well, the current status is this.
Right.
He's pleaded not guilty to all the charges. He was released on a $50,000 bond, so he's not currently detained. But the legal wheels are turning. There's an upcoming trial date set, but it's quite a way off, September 23, 2025. 2025. Okay, so this is going to be a long process. Very likely, yes, these things take time.
All right, so just to kind of bring it all together for you listening, we've got a former NBA star, Gilbert Arenas, facing serious federal charges, allegations of running an illegal high-stakes poker business out of his own mansion, complete with hired staff, and the really crucial part legally, taking a rake from the games. Plus, several co-defendants, including one alleged crime figure.
Yeah, and it really does make you stop and think, doesn't it? You consider how a private home, a celebrity's mansion, could allegedly become the hub for this kind of, well, sophisticated illegal operation. If the allegations prove true, what does that say about maybe the pull of high-stakes gambling? Even for someone who seemingly had it all, it's definitely a compelling legal drama that's just starting to unfold. We'll have to see how it all plays out leading up to that 2025 trial date for everyone involved. It's certainly one to watch.